Business associates, former colleagues, diplomatic corps, friends and family members gather in a solemn moment to pay tribute to Mr. Herbert Wigwe, the former CEO of Access Holdings. Mr. Wigwe's contributions towards the growth of the Nigerian financial sector and beyond remains indelible, acknowledged by different speakers. Vice President Kashim Shettima, while giving his tribute, described the late Herbert Wigwe as a beacon of hope not only to the Nigerian banking sector, but beyond.
The loss we feel today is not just the absence of an individual. It is the fading fragrance of a garden that touches lives far beyond its borders, leaving an enduring legacy that transcends time and geography. Herbert, though an early bloomer in the garden of life, didn't share the fate of those who faded away prematurely. His narrative was one of triumph. He conquered all there was to conquer. What lingers now is not just the memory of a man, but a lasting entrepreneurial empire.
Late Herbert Wigwe's prowess in the financial sector transcends the borders of Nigeria.
His Excellency French Republic President Emmanuel Macron has asked me to represent him this evening for this night of tributes to a dear friend and a great man. Due to previous commitments, he was not able to attend personally, but he wanted to be here in Lagos with all of you to honor Herbert Wigwe's memory and to honor Herbert Wigwe because he was a true friend of him.
Now, as the notion of sustainable banking fitted their vision, which was embraced by Herbert and Ike, they started calling the bank CEOs, and the next day all of these bankers were present.
For those who worked with the late Herbert Wigwe, his was a life spent to improve the Nigerian economy through the banking industry.
You brought hope and a new vision, and the performance in that year made the first 12 years of the bank's existence appear like a joke. You will not ask anyone what you couldn't give.
Now, Herbert made us that work with him take what people call risk, from the outside as easy decisions. Because from onset, you never had any inkling, you never had any doubts whether we are going to succeed.
His personal assistant, Mr. Shola Faleye, gives an account of his last moments before he boarded that ill-fated helicopter.
Since 2019, I cannot count one or two places or flights that is been in that I'm not in it. We are always together. I can recall, Madam will always tell anybody, if you need to talk to my husband, look for Shola. They build that trust, they build that confidence in me. And I drove off, and they went to board. 2.5 hours into my own journey, I was a bit sleepy in the car. So at exactly 10:09, mind you, the chopper went down at 10:08. At 10:09, something just pricked me, and I picked up my phone. And like they should have landed, in my own estimation, and I called him first. He wasn't ringing. I called Madam. He didn't ring. She asked 3 numbers. I called the 3 numbers. I called Cheesy. I called Mr. Bimbo. So as I was sweating in the car, I was afraid. I was still on the road, going to Vegas, and I tried to reach Mr. Ike, I guess, he just arrived, he arrived earlier than us and he was sleeping. I kept calling, I couldn't reach him. And suddenly, I called the driver that was to pick us up when we land with the chopper. If you notice, I still refer to us because every time I still see myself flying with them. And he said 30 minutes ago, we cannot see them on the radar again.
Mr. Herbert Wigwe died on the 9th of February in a helicopter crash in the Nevada area of the United States of America, alongside his wife, son, and businessman and former chairman of the Nigerian Exchange, Mr. Ogubanjo.